Hello, it's Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. We're going to go through all the steps on how to install a vinyl fence. Now, vinyl fences have some big advantages over wood fences. They're not going to rot or fade. They're not going to burn. In a firestorm, vinyl will burn. It is PVC, but in general, it's not going to catch fire. Now, a vinyl fence is different than a synthetic fence. This is a synthetic fence, which comes in a wider range of colors. Vinyl is in general only available in white in most areas, but it has a lot of big advantages. So here are all the steps to install a vinyl fence. And this is, by the way, a 20-year-old dog-eared cedar fence that is coming down and being replaced with a vinyl fence. It actually got repainted twice on the sunny side because it just kept fading. But also we had issues with the posts were failing. So time to rip this baby down. So here are the guys. These are from Alpine Fence here in San Diego. Probably my favorite fence company as far as recommending vinyl fence, iron fence. They really are, in my opinion, the best fence company in San Diego. So first up is demo the old one. And when you wood fences are pretty good. You just pull out the old Sawzall and just start cutting out all those rails, and it comes apart pretty easily. And once you get the rails out, then that enables all the panels to be fairly stacked up and removed, then it's time to start working on those posts. Now, a couple of these posts have been replaced within the last year, so they were concreted in pretty well, but the rest of them kind of popped out pretty darn easily. And once those posts were out, then it was time to actually start excavating and figuring out where the new posts are going to go. So once those were measured out, they started digging those holes. Now, some of this dirt was really tough, so they gave up on the post hole digger and got the big old gas-powered auger, and that dug these holes, because it's important with these synthetic fence posts that you need 18 inches below grade for the foundation. So they had to go down 18 inches to dig a big, mighty hole. Once you've dug your footing holes, then it's time to do your post layout. And it's important that when you're doing your post layout, you very carefully string line it to get it, make sure it's in a string line. And with these guys, and again, these are the posts for a vinyl fence, it's important that you line up the rail openings. So those have to be exactly in line. Check them with a string line again, and make sure they're nicely inlined in those holes before you pour the concrete. It's the old measure 3 times and then you pour once. Now, once you pour the concrete in those holes, you can adjust them ever so slightly, but it's really important that the rail holes line up and that the post is completely plumb. Plumb means totally upright. And that's why you can see these guys are checking it several times as it's being poured, as they're about to pour the concrete into those holes. And there you go. They're pouring that concrete into those holes. As they pour, they again keep checking to make sure that it's nice and level. Now, they don't need to prop these up because, again, the posts are 18 inches below grade. That is a lot of concrete holding that post in place. Now, in certain areas, when they have really tough situations, when they're butting up against another fence, they'll actually use a special post that actually has a metal pipe and then some sleeves, and then they sleeve the vinyl post over that. And so sometimes when you have a tough thing and you're dealing with a tree, you get all that in. So once all the posts are in, the concrete is set, it's time to do the rails. The rails are the pieces of vinyl on the top and bottom that are going to hold the pickets, as you're about to see. The nice thing with vinyl is that you can cut it to make sure it's nice and snug. Once it is snug, then they go back in with these specialized screws to screw them into the post. And there you can see the rails, top and bottom. They put the top in, but they're going to take the top off. They don't screw that part in until just yet. The next part is then you put in these little things called side strips. These serve to hold the pickets in place. The pickets are grooved, so they need a side strip on each particular post to slide those pickets in. And there's the pickets, and you can see the grooves in the pickets. And then it's pretty quick to put all these pickets in. This was a 60-foot fence, and it only took about 6 hours, including demo and all the other things. So this was a wonderful project. Again, Alpine Fence did a great job with this project. Here's a fence that's going to last 20 to 30 years. Absolutely no painting, no rotting. It's just going to be a really nice thing. And there's that Alpine Fence. Contact information if you want to give them a buzz if you live here in San Diego. Well, that's all the time we have right now. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And good luck with your landscape project. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.